Calthyxis is a myth in Hive Primus, a horror story that no one truly wants to believe. Countless murders and assassinations have been attributed to Calthyxis, especially if they were seemingly impossible to execute. Some even claim Calthyxis was the first of the Faceless, created centuries ago using a cocktail of Escher chems and Delaque dark psychic energy. These same individuals point out kill patterns, grisly calling cards, and eerily similar murder scenes, all as evidence for their theory. House Delaque, to no one's surprise, has never disputed the existence of Calthyxis, nor do they take credit for the kills the assassin supposedly makes in their name. It is difficult to dispute that if Calthyxis does exist, the killer is not doing the work of the House of Shadow, as many of the victims' deaths have allowed the Delaque to advance their own agendas or expand their power. To outsiders, Calthyxis remains a mystery, a useful scapegoat for their own killings, or a way for clan overlords to justify their failures to house masters. The truth, like most things on Necromunda, is both far more terrifying and bizarre than any Underhive drunkard might dream up. Years ago there was an assassin who was known to the Delaque as Calthyxis, a devoted member of the clan and servant of the Psychoterica. Calthyxis killed for House Delaque and used its tools of murder without doubt or remorse. When the Star Chamber began experimenting with the transformative chems to create the Faceless, Calthyxis was among the first to undergo the harrowing procedures. The results made Calthyxis an even more formidable assassin, the ability to alter one's face and stature key to getting to targets once thought impossible. Like all things, even an assassin as talented as Calthyxis met their match, and was slain during a mission. The assassin's body was returned to the clan, and it was then a wondrous and terrible discovery was made. Calthyxis's face had taken on a life of its own. Cutting the face from the body, the Delaque preserved the relic, encoded with the genetic memory of Calthyxis, passed from mind to flesh by the Psychoterica. Since that day, many have worn the face of Calthyxis, and all have been exceptional killers. Hello, and welcome back to Wellywood Wargaming. My name is Damon, and this is episode 9 in my Hired Guns and Dramatis Personae series. There's a lot to do here, and I'm still only really at the beginning. However, this is the first of the Delaque special characters that I'll be getting through. There aren't that many of them. This one is purely Delaque. I gave you a little bit of fluff there on Calthyxis, the super assassin. Now we're going to have a look at the stats and just see how Calthyxis is in the game. Really cool character though. No official model just yet, but you could use a Nachtigall or something similar. A little bit of a kit bash or a conversion for this guy isn't too hard, I don't think. You could make some freaky ghoulish faces, I'm sure, to represent the face of Calthyxis in that juicy bit of lore there. But let's look at the stats quickly. In fact, before I get into that, please do like, share, subscribe, and check out the Patreon as well if you'd like to see me do more of this type of content, because it is hard work. It takes me my whole day off to get through these videos, so I hope you appreciate it. Anyway, in terms of the stats here, we've got a movement of 6, which is faster than the average bear. Fantastic 9-inch potential threat range on the charge, which is great, and a 12-inch move. Very nice indeed. We have a weapon skill of 2+ because it's an assassin, so you're going to have a pretty good weapon skill there. Not so good on the ballistic skill with a 3+, but still way better than average. We've then got a strength and a toughness of 3, which is pretty standard for any Delaque sort of character. They're never that strong and they're never that tough. We have 2 wounds, initiative of a 2+, which is fantastic, but you expect no less from basically a ninja. We have 3 attacks, which is excellent. And then the mental stats here are leadership 7, cool 5, willpower 6, and intelligence 7. So, in terms of the equipment and stuff that you get here, now this fighter does have a special rule. In fact, I'm going to skip the skills for now and go straight to the war gear. So the war gear that we get with this this chap or chapette or they, them, or whatever Calthyxis is. We have an armoured undersuit, mesh armour, and a respirator. So pretty nice with a 4+ save there. We also have an auto needler and a whisper blade. You can find rules for those on Necrodamus or in the Book of Shadow as well, where this character is. But the auto needler and the whisper blade basically are sort of slightly different stiletto knife and a sort of flechette pistol, I suppose, or variant of one. So, We have 3 skills baked into the cost of Calthyxis, by the way, which is 170 credits, I believe. Well, no, sorry, 195 credits for Calthyxis. So pretty affordable for what Calthyxis does. Again, you can use this character as a leader in an outcast gang and would make a pretty damn good one, I think. But if you were to just buy Calthyxis for a game, Calthyxis offers a lot that a lot of other bounty hunters of similar cost do not. However, again, just reiterating, this is only available for House Delaque gangs. But yeah, baked into the cost of this, we have 3 skills. We have Faceless, Infiltrate, and Overwatch. Overwatch is a bit weird on a character with just a pistol, but it's still very handy, just for when you might want to use it. You also have Infiltrate, which is just fantastic on anyone. And we have Faceless as well, which is the best sort of Delaque exclusive skill there too. No need to go into those in too much detail though. We do have a special rule though called Face of a Killer here, where I'm going to read out the special rule here. Choose 2 skills from Agility, Brawn, Combat, Cunning, Ferocity, Shooting, and Obfuscation before each battle. So you get to tailor Calthyxis to your opponent every single battle by picking 2 extra skills, coming with 5 skills in total. Now you could take a plethora of different options here. You could take Spring Up from Agility, for example, or Clamber. You might be facing off against a very snipey gang with guys on rooftops that are hard to get to. You might want to give this guy Clamber. You've got Infiltrate and Clamber. You can just run up and slay that fool in the first turn. The options are limitless here. You could give it Nerves of Steel, of course, with that 5-up cool, very good. Or you've got Obfuscation skills in there as well, which are always interesting. But yeah, you even got Brawn in there, which is kind of weird, I suppose, for Delaque, but why not? So something like a Bull Charge, perhaps, could be quite interesting. And shooting skills as well, so maybe hip shooting, run and gun with that pistol, very nice indeed. So yeah, that is basically the long and short of it on Calthyxis. As you can see, I'm quite excited about Calthyxis. I love the idea of this super assassin that has, the many faces, I suppose. It's very much George R. Martin, Arya Stark, I suppose, her whole journey in those books, very very sort of reminiscent of that, I suppose, if you read those, or Game of Thrones or whatever. But yeah, this character is very interesting. I'd like to know in the comments if you've actually used this character. We've used it in 1 or 2 games actually, and was actually surprisingly underwhelming, I think. But I think overall, this is a very, very good hired gun, and I think most people who play Delaque are going to want to use Calthyxis at some point, either as a hired gun, or like I said, as a leader in an outcast gang there as well. So that's Calthyxis. I'm going to be on with the next video now. Peace out.